Thanks, guys. I got the opportunity to talk to Bruce Holmquist, the past president of the Canadian Western Agribition, about the 51st annual event that will be beginning this Monday, November 28th, down in Regina.
The mainstay, of course, of Agribition is the beef cattle shows and the rodeo and whatnot. Agribition is a bit unique in the Western show event community, if you want to call it that, in that it's focused on commerce, of course, and that's why we show cattle, is to get them sold and promoted and everything else. But also entertainment and education are huge parts of that. And Agribition has been fortunate to have a long history of success in all those pieces of it, which is difficult, and especially coming out of COVID. For some of the shows, other shows in Western Canada, I was at the Rowan Fair, and of course it's the Royal, and it's a small fish in a big pond, where Agribition's a big fish in a smaller pond, but both are very important to getting the message of agriculture out to the people that come to visit. The week starts Monday, and that's the processing day and getting the cattle settled in and whatnot. Sunday as well. Then start into the shows Tuesday with the jackpots, President's Classic and the First Lady Classic run. And then we move into the breed shows on Wednesday. And with that, it keeps rolling through to Saturday. International people are lined up, and we'll be lined up at the door to get in. There's lots of them coming to town, and especially now coming out of the restrictions that we faced even last year. Last year we had 10 national breed shows at Agribition, and it was good. It was excellent, in fact. But we've got another couple hundred head more in the barns this year, mainly because people have the confidence now to get cattle on feed and put the effort and time into getting them ready. And we're expecting it to be, the barns to be very full. The Canadian Western Agribition Beef Supreme, it was presented by CN last year. I believe that to be the same this year as the title sponsor, but we did rebrand it in a way of attaching the Agribition name to it first and foremost, because with all due respect, RBC and all the 20 or 21 years that they were one of our sponsors of that, they're still sponsoring the show, just not the Beef Supreme. It was time to up the ante a wee bit, and we put some extra money in it last year, and yeah, it's a big deal. It was interesting at the Royal and some of the other shows that I've been at, AgX and Victoriaville. One of the things that they smile about is qualifying for the Agribition Beef Supreme.
And now let's take a look at the market report for the week of November 13th to November 19th at Northern Livestock Sales here in Lloydminster. There was 9,700 head on offer. For young cows, they were a range of 100 to 115. D1, D2 cows were 75 to 85. D3 cows were 60 to 73. And slaughter bulls were 105 to 120. Now looking at good steers, 300 pounds to 400 pounds were 280 to 320. 400 pounds to 500 pounds were 290 to 305. 500 pounds to 600 pounds were 240 to 260. 600 pounds to 700 pounds were 235 to 250. 700 pounds to 800 pounds were 225 to 240. And 800 pounds and 900 pounds were 215 to 225. Then looking at good heifers, 300 pounds to 400 pounds were a range of 185 to 250. 400 to 500 pounds were 220 to 260. 500 to 600 pounds were 220 to 235. 600 pounds to 700 pounds were 210 to 225. 700 pounds to 800 pounds were 199 to 210. And 800 pounds to 900 pounds were a range of 195 to 210. And that will do it for this week's cattle report. For Primetime Local News, I'm Thomas Wildman.